Hello children, in the previous videos we discussed on exercise 3.1. Today we shall be studying about in this session the concept of parallel lines and a transversal. Now you know both what are parallel lines and what is a transversal. So parallel lines means two straight lines which never meet other even on however long you extend them. If they never meet, such lines are called parallel lines. Next you have what is a transversal. Now children, this line M and N are the parallel lines. So this line L is the transversal drawn to this line. So what is a transversal means? A line which intersects two or more lines. If a single line touches two or more lines or intersects two or more lines, that line is called a transversal. So how many three lines I will draw? If I draw a line, see this straight line is touching all the three lines at some point. Now, so this line is called a transversal, children. So how do you define it? Means a line which intersects two or more lines is called a transversal. Next we shall study, now first go through this picture. Here in the figure children, M and N are the parallel lines and L is a transversal. On drawing L, see the intersection point with line M is called labeled as P and that intersection point with line N is labeled as Q. Next you can see the angles marked here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 angles are marked. You can have a look at this figure and in your textbook as well if it is not clear here. Now for in this figure we shall mark how to, we shall learn how to mark the exterior angle, interior angles, corresponding alternate angles, everything children. So first is exterior angle. Exterior means something which is outside, you know, external, internal. Like that only exterior angle, interior angle. Here in this figure, if you can see which are the exterior angle, angle 1 is outside, angle 2 is outside, angle 7 is out and angle 8 is out. So 1, 2, 7 and 8 are the exterior angles. Similarly, which are interior angles? 3, 4, 5, 6 are the interior angles. They are inside. Other angles are outside. So interior angles and exterior angles. Next we have corresponding angles and alternate angles. In alternate you have both interior and exterior angles, children. Before explaining you what is this, I will explain you this last part, that is interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Just now we learned which are interior and which are exterior angles. Now angle 4 and angle 5 are interior angles, correct? But these 4 and 5 are the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. They are present on the left hand side of the transversal. Hence, it is called interior angle on same side of the transversal. Similarly, angle 3 and angle 6 are also interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Next, to know how to identify this alternate angles and corresponding angles, children. So in order to explain that, I will just clean the board. I need space. Anyhow, we understood what is a transversal, what are interior and exterior angles. Now children, this angles what I am teaching are very important even when you come to 10th standard, children. So please concentrate. Alternate angles and corresponding angles. Always keep in mind, children, alternate angles are Z-shaped angles. This is Z. Alternate angles are Z-shaped angles. It need not be Sida Z. If you just write the mirror reflection of Z also, the angles formed here will be the alternate angles. Z-shaped angles are alternate angles. Record here. Z-shaped angles are alternate angles. Simply if you write, where are the angles? See, here is one angle, here is the second angle. In this case, this is one angle, this is one angle. So these angles are called alternate angles. Alternate angles, if you are not at all able to find out, simply write Z. The two lines will intersect, no? that you will mark as angle. These are the alternate angles. Corresponding angles means they are F-shaped angles. F may be, not see the F, this type of F or this F or this F. All the four are F's, children. F, capital F. All the four are F's, and anywhere in this F you mark the angle, they become the corresponding angles. Anywhere you can mark means don't mark here. No, you are wrong. Where two lines meet, see, these two angles are corresponding. I will mark 1, 2, 3, 4 are alternate angles. 1, 2, 3 and 4 are corresponding angles. In this case, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Like this you will find out the corresponding angles, children. Alternate angles are Z-shaped angles, corresponding angles are F-shaped angles. Now, which are the corresponding angles in this figure? Means where do we have F and Z, ma'am? You may ask. It is there. Where means, look, I will write separately for you. Like this. If you consider this much, I will keep the textbook for now. Wait, look here. This is F. Again, this is F. Again, this is like that. If you keep, children, see, angle 1 and angle 5 they have given. So, where is, here only I will show. Like this it is, no? This line is extended. This is angle 1, this is angle 5. Those are corresponding angles. And simply corresponding angles means you should write in pairs always. It is not single angle. That also you should keep in mind. Alternate or corresponding angles, children, always occurs in pairs. That also you should keep in mind. Angle 1 and angle 5. See, F-shaped angles are corresponding angles. Similarly, on other side of the transversal, you have now angle 2 and angle 6 are also what corresponding angles. Similarly, one more F if you consider. Here only I will draw. Angle 4 and angle 8. This is angle 4 and this is angle 8. Children, here like this F. Okay, na? Don't get confused. Angle 4, angle 8 are corresponding. Similarly on this side, angle 3 and angle 7. F-shaped angles are corresponding angles. Next, alternate angles ali, interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles you have. How do you identify? Means as I said you, Z-shaped angles are alternate angles. Angle 4 and angle 6. If I draw this Z, here is angle 4. Wait, like this and like this. This is angle 4, this is angle 6. So these two make the pair of alternate angles. Similarly, 3 and 5 anta. I will draw here for you. This is 3, this is angle 3, this is angle 5. See, Z-shaped angles are alternate angles. These are alternate interior angles. Alternate exterior means external angles they will consider. Andre angle 1 and angle 7. 1 is here. See, angle 1 is here. Angle 7 is here. These are also alternate angles. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 8 are also alternate exterior angles. So, alternate angles are Z-shaped angles. Corresponding angles are F-shaped angles. So, these are the concepts you should keep in mind in order to proceed in this lesson. Transversal means a straight line which intersects intersects two or more lines. That's a point, is a transversal. What are interior angles, exterior angles? Alternate means Z-shaped angles, corresponding means F-shaped angles. And also interior angles on same side of transversal also we learned. So with this background, children, next what you have in your textbook is, that is what they are given. So I want you to write, after completing exercise 3.1, write the heading parallel lines and transversal from page 48 in your textbook. you will draw this figure 3.18 and write all the angles given there, which all I wrote on the board, no, interior, exterior, corresponding, alternate, interior, exterior, all that you will write, children. Next, in next page you have axioms, axiom 3.3, all the axioms and theorem statements along with proof you should write, I said. Axiom 3.3, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. So, we know now what is a transversal. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, to draw the figure, parallel lines means it can be this way also. These two are also parallel lines, no children. So what they say is, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Now this is the transversal drawn to the parallel lines. Now the pair of corresponding angles formed are equal. Which are the corresponding angles means, for that we need to label. Let me label it. And A, B, C, D, P, Q, R and S. So which angle A, B, Q and angle B, C, S. Children, F shape here it is. Don't search here. Here you don't have F. Angle ABQ and angle BCSC. Always, children, in geometry, any problem or any figure if you are writing, if you are not understanding, means always go separate and draw. I always teach you in class to do so. Right, trace the line. Angle A is ABQ BCS. Either angle. Didn't we get F shape? So those two are corresponding angles. So if at all a transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles formed are equal. That is what axiom 3.3 states. Next is axiom 3.4, which you have in same page. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding other. See, it is 3.3 is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the pair of corresponding angles formed are equal. 3.4, axiom 3.4 is just the converse of this. If a transversal touching the parallel lines, then the corresponding angles formed are equal, then the lines are parallel to each other. As you know, axioms don't have proof. You just need to understand the concepts from the axioms, children. So, if that was the converse, corresponding angles are there, transversally, if at all it is cutting the two lines, if the corresponding angles so formed are equal, then the two lines are said to be parallel to each other. That is axiom 3.4. Next you have theorem 3.2, children. Theorem 3.2, I think you don't have the proofs here, only statements you have. Theorem 3.2, 3.4, 3.5. Yes, up to theorem 3.5, even theorem 3.6, children, you have to remember only the statements and no proofs are given. Theorem 3.2, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then pair of each alternate interior angles is equal. Previous figure we learnt now, children, like this. So if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then we wrote now which are the pair of alternate angles, all that. That is what they are saying. Pair of alternate interior angles is equal. Similarly, 3.3, if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Converse of that is 3.3. Andre, ಈಗ two lines ಗೆ transversal draw ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ alternate interior angles equal ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ವರ್ಸಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಟೂ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದರೆ ದೆನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟೂ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ 3.4, ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. Theorem 3.5, if a transversal intersects two lines such that the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. So I taught you interior angles on the same side of the transversal. In this case, angle 1, angle 2 and if I label these two angles, these two are the alternate interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So alternate interior angle, if a transversal intersects two lines such that the pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, means if their sum is 180 degree, then the two lines are said to be parallel to each other. That is theorem 3.5, children. So just you know the concepts, no? You have to read the statement and understand on your own what it is. You don't have proofs, children. Next, lines parallel to the same line is theorem 3.6. Lines which are parallel to the same lines are parallel to each other. Andre, here you can refer to figure 3.23, children. You have three lines given, L, M and N, and you have a transversal T which is making angle 1, 2 and 3. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Andre, if line L and M are parallel to each other and line M and N are parallel to each other, then lines L and N are parallel to each other. If A equals B, we studied in the axioms of Euclid in previous lesson. If A equals B and B equals C, children, then A equals C. If one line is parallel to other and this line is parallel to, the first line is parallel to second, in Baryanandre, 1 is parallel to 2 and 2 is parallel to 3 andre, 1 is parallel to 3. That is what they mean. Again, you don't have proof for this. These concepts and theorems statements you should keep in mind. Next, you have exercise 3.2, children.